Hey folks, it's Tanya here, and I'm doing a very quick live stream. And the reason why is because I literally have been just tied up all day. And I wanted to make sure you know that AppSumo Day is up and running. So many of you actually are AppSumo purchasers. You know what it is. It's a platform where you can actually go and find really good deals on various and lifetime deals at that on various software. So it's a SaaS or software as a service platform mostly. Like they have other things such as courses and different types of products and things, but they're mostly known for software. So I wanted to share with you, and I'm going to try to pull it up. I'm actually using Restream, which is one of the tools we're going to be going over. I'm going over this tomorrow night in our Livestream Summer School. Yay! I know. Look, Natasha, I'm all about some Lifetime when I tell you. Like it's probably not a great idea that I'm on here talking about it, but I needed to tell you because last year, hey David, last year I messed around and people were mad at me for not giving a heads up. So this year I promised I would do due diligence. So I'm going to share with you the actual page. I have a QR code because I'm using Restream now. It's hard to see it because it's at the upper left corner of your screen, I think. It may be hard to see it because my lamp is right there. But there's a QR code that will take you directly to summer school if you're signing up for summer school. And as far as AppSumo goes, I probably need to pop up a QR code for that too. But first, I'm going to share the actual page so you can see what's going on because it's a whole lot. And I didn't have anything set up. I just knew I needed to do this before I put my head on a pillow. That was my goal for tonight. So I'm going to share with you the screen if I can get it up real quick here. Let's do this. And I promise you, I'm going to walk you through some important things that you need to know. So the first thing I want to share with you is that literally it is on now. It started today, June 11th. So depending on when you're hearing this video or watching this video, it's on right now. Girl, look, Natasha, you putting up stuff that is definitely not going to happen. Canva, they don't need Lifetime anymore. But you know what? I would love it if it was Lifetime. What's up, Carlos Tacos in the house? And good evening. Somebody's saying good evening. You must be inside of my group. And if I'm missing your name, it's because I think you need to give permission to Restream. There may be in the description for this video a really quick note that says where to go. I didn't set up really well today, so I apologize for that. But I promise I'm going to be on here really quickly. And if what I'll do is I'll share any links that you all might need when I get done. So let me tell you this really quickly here, because I want to make sure you know some of these updates. The most important thing to know is that they don't end on Friday, because last year, some of you missed out on Melon app. I was like, hey, Melon app, don't forget to get it. And some of you thought it was going to end on Friday. Sumo Day is ending on Thursday, June 15th at noon Central Time. So that's 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you go and check out anything that you might be considering buying. Make sure you head on over there. And I'm going to pop up my little link real quick so that you have it too. I'll put a ticker in here. So let's see. Here, we'll do this. I'll put in shop, AppSumo Day. And my link, I'm going to put in here for you so that you have it. Here's my special link. And I am, through the course of this week, not only going to share Livestream Summer School goodies, but I'm going to share with you some things that I happen to know about Sumo Day this week as well. So you want to definitely check out a couple of different apps in particular. One that I'm in love with right now, honestly, is called Easy Course. This thing, we're going to have to do a walkthrough, but again, I've got so much going on this week. I want to try to make sure you have access. So I will try to put some things together for you here soon. Any recommendations on funnels? Okay, good. Good question. So just like Natasha's asking, if there's anything specific you're looking for, let me know. Yes, John, I described it this way just the other day. So much potential for overspending and impulse buying. So let me share with you what I'm going to do because I think hopefully this will help you. Okay. So I'm going to do two things. I hate that I don't have my graphics up. Let's put something in the background there. Okay. Two things I want to make sure that you know we can do here. One is I'll cover really quickly a couple of things that I see on here that I definitely want you to kind of take a look at, video related. Two, I want to give you, in fact, I'll do this now. I want to give you a really quick formula to make sure that you don't overspend and that you're not impulse buying, as John just said, because it does happen. Okay. But here's what I will tell you. If you can stock your library with the right LTDs or lifetime deals, okay, you literally can live and run your business without paying nickel and dime subscription fees for years and years to come. I know this because there are certain tools that I've purchased over the years that I still use to this day, and I paid once for them and now I have them for life. For instance, I'm using Restream right now. We're not using Ecamm. I'm using Restream right now. The hair's a little messy. I'm looking kind of crazy, but I'm using Restream and I got this thing for a lifetime deal, y'all. The only thing that was not lifetime with them was access to the 1080 pixel. So to the highest resolution or the higher resolution, I didn't have that access with the deal. But guess what I did get because I bought the LTD? I'm only paying $25 a month for it instead of full price. So when I say these things to you about looking at LTDs, it is a double-edged sword, but at the same time, you can purchase very smart. So here's my three-part tip. Tip number one is set a budget for yourself. Now, again, they're going to be on, right? They're going to be on for at least the next couple of days. So they'll be up and running and you'll be able to see them for at least the next couple of days through June 15th at noon Central is when they shut it down. And when they shut it down, they don't say, oh, well, we'll open it up for a few hours or a few minutes. Like it's gone. So tip number one is to set a budget for yourself. And everybody's budget is going to be different, so I can't give you a magic formula for that. But I'll say, think about what it is that you could reasonably afford to pay or spend and invest right now. And then the second thing I want to encourage you to do is to sit down and think about what are the apps and platforms that I really, really need in this moment. The third thing I want you to do is if you're thinking about what you need, you also need to think about what you already have. So that third tip is so critical. If I've got resources that already do this thing I say I need, then I don't need to buy something new. I just need to leverage what I have. I literally created a spreadsheet, a software as a service or SaaS tracking spreadsheet for Stream Bosses Academy members because I know all of us are serial LTD buyers. And if that's you and you need a copy, I don't mind sharing it. It's a simple Google Sheet. So just reach out. It's not something that I have on one of my pages or anything. I probably should put it on a page as a lead magnet, but I haven't set that up yet. So yes, absolutely. John is just confirming what I said. It's easy to forget what you already own. So take an inventory of that. So again, I have a simple Google Sheet. If we have a few minutes, I'll try to pull it up so you can see what mine looks like and you can recreate that for yourself. All right. What's up, Dan? Yes. Okay. And John did purchase Melon, but he turned it back in. So that's something else I want to tell you for those of you who are new to AppSumo, and you'll see my link at the bottom. If you're new to AppSumo, what you may not know is that when you make a purchase for any of these software items, Typically, you're going to have about a 30-day refund policy. You want to double check and see if there's any fine print, but typically you're going to have a pretty lengthy, a good enough return policy. So the most critical thing you can do after you make your purchase is to ensure that you try it. Like, go redeem the purchase. You'll get a code that you use to set up your account. Redeem your purchase. Okay. Try it out. Give it a little bit of a chance, y'all, because sometimes we just put stuff aside and say, I'll look at it later. And then 60 days has passed and you're not going to use that thing. And now you can't return it. So use it and see how it works for you and see if it fulfills the promise that you were looking for it to fulfill. Because if not, you need to turn the thing back in. I know Phil called out as a Jennifer Burke in the house. What's up? Called out as a shiny LTD buyer of too much. Hey, me too. Which is why I'm here saying this. Yeah, put a reminder in your calendar. So one of the things that I do, if I can, I'll try to pull up my spreadsheet to show you what it looks like so you can see the headers. You can create it yourself if you want to do that. Yeah, I know. I do love this too. The fact that you can actually return things. So let me get back in here and I'm going to show you some of the things that I want to point out. Okay. I'm going to try to do that. Now, because I'm not using my handy dandy fancy eCam live, John, y'all need a support group. This is the support group. This is the support group right here. I just love it. Okay. So a couple of things. You'll notice when you go to the page that it has get 10% off Sumo Day products through June 15th at noon Central. And then it's going to have view all the deals. So not everything, I don't believe that everything that's on this site is going to be 10% off. So it's going to be the things that apply to Sumo Day. So you want to look for the green, see the green label that's at the upper left corner of each of these items. And there's a lot of stuff out here, y'all. So I'm going to tell you for a fact, I don't spend time going through every single thing. What I do is I go and I search for keywords based on the list that I've made of things that I think I need at the moment, right? Because that, just like a grocery list, and I'll share with you my little tip from a grocery list standpoint. If I go to the store and I don't have a grocery list, I buy way too much. If I have my grocery list, I'm much more structured and grounded, and I can go through and check off the box of the things that I need. So make yourself a grocery list, right? It's a great reminder. Yes, that is so true. Many of these places do not offer refunds, but AppSumo does. So take advantage of that. D, what's up? Okay. I'm going to head back on over here so I can show you a couple of things. So one, I already see that I highly encourage you to take a look at is Cast Magic, because I'm typically focused on video, right? So Cast Magic is definitely a hot ticket item. Now, it's only $39 and you may not see a whole bunch of you see 91 reviews now. There are some out here that have, 1,016 reviews. But I'm telling you, this is a sleeper item. What it does is it actually allows you to, and I can't go through all of these, but I'm just highlighting a couple tonight to let you know to look for these. And I will come back later this week and really do a deeper dive. But Cast Magic, I'm really excited about because what it allows you to do is to take your, and I'm going to speak in terms of video. I know Jennifer said Tanya is my support group. Girl, because look, high five over here. We're in the same boat. Yes, indeed. Look for any deals that came back and tools that have had some success. This is a perfect time to look for that kind of thing, right? So Cast Magic will let you take your videos. So you can use your YouTube URL and you can take your YouTube URL and pop it into Cast Magic platform, and it will pull out highlights. Like it will create chapters for you. It could pull out highlights based on different speakers that are named, because you can go through and say, oh, speaker 1, that's me. Speaker 2 is Robert. Speaker 3 is D, right? And then it will actually create a transcript for you, and it will chapter it out, and it will do other AI things. So this would be one I would highly recommend. Cast Magic, look at that. Okay. Other than that, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time tonight going over these, because I am going to spend some time later this week. Group App is one to take a look at. I had a lifetime deal through another space, through another platform, but I would take a look at that if you're looking for community building. And I'm trying to see some other ones in here that I think I want to quickly point out to you. I'm going to go through this a little bit more in depth. Big View is one that has a TV studio. This one is $69 for lifetime. Big View is an interesting little thing. It's an interesting tool because it has a lot of versatility to it. You are able to use that on your phone, so on your mobile. You're also able to use it on desktop. I believe on PC and Mac, you can use it because it's in a browser. It's a browser-based software. But there's a couple of other highlights that I want to talk about that I won't tonight. Just take a look at that one. Yeah, and Cast Magic, honestly, I think that it would be worth a test run, Jennifer, to see if you love it. Because look, when I first bought it, honestly, I sent it back. And then I talked to the founder, Blaine, and he and I got into a really good conversation. And I was like, well, you're missing this, this, and this. And within the next week, they had all of those things that I was pointing out. And I was like, okay, hey, I see now. Yes, JP, I am live. What's up, bro? I know. Look, I'm doing a really impromptu, so I am absolutely not prepared. John, and by prepared, I mean, I didn't anticipate this. I didn't promote it. I'm just here with you guys tonight, and I'm going to come back later this week because tomorrow we do Livestream Summer School again. And then later in the week, I want to talk a little bit about some of these products. Are there any products that aren't AI powered? I know some people love AI powered. I know you don't, John, but some people are really leveraging it. So yes, there are some apps for people such as yourself who do not love AI. So yeah, take a look. I would say Brilliant Directories, which is one I'm going to do a deeper dive into. Cast Magic would be one I'd say look into. Oh, I need to pull up the screen, don't I don't know Context Minds, but they have some of the ones that are hot items in this upper box right here. Why is this doing this to me? Anyway, I won't spend too much time because I'm going to come back. But I wanted to make sure that you know that AppSumo has Sumo Day starting right now so that you won't be mad at me this year because I didn't tell you. So Thursday at 12 noon Central Time, they're pulling the thing down. You definitely want to go take a look and see what's up. Okay. John, I will take a look into pod ops. I'll do some research on that so I can see. Oh, and you've researched or you've reached out to them too. Good. If I hear anything, I'll reach back and let you know later this week when I come back and talk about these. And I will come back before Thursday because by the time Thursday rolls around, it's too late, y'all. It's too late. Yes. Yes, it started today, JP. So definitely go check it out. I've got my link in the bottom scrolling across as a ticker. Big View has been around before. Yeah. And I think they're doing a lot more. They added a lot more features because it was another one too, Jennifer, that I was like, I don't like this. Like it was too complex. There were too many things going on. They were trying to do too much. But they've done a better job at streamlining and they've gotten better with quality from what I hear. So I may even test it out myself just for purposes of sharing with other people because I honestly have all the tools that they have in it. I don't need to buy it, but I may purchase it just to make sure that I can clearly share with you any features that you need to know about. And I'll do some research on that one as well as a couple of other ones for you all. So look, if you're watching this video and you have questions about some of the apps that you're looking at on AppSumo and you need some advice, just pop it in the comments because I'll come back and check this throughout the next couple of days and see what I need to share with you when I do the update video. But I did not want you to miss out on the clock. So make sure you go check out AppSumo Day, y'all, because it's on right now. So the only other thing I'll share with you is just that reminder that tomorrow we're going to be sharing our Livestream Summer School. If you haven't already signed up, then you can go use this QR code that I'm going to pop up. Hopefully you can see it because it looks like it's really tiny today. Yeah, it's real tiny at the top corner of my window there. But Summer School, livestreamsummerschool.com is where you go and sign up. And I'm going to be doing a review and a walkthrough of the Restream app so that you know what features are available and see if this might be a good platform for you to start live streaming. And I'm super excited because today I sent out a notice to my live stream panel guests that are going to be coming on board to talk about what it's like to be a newbie with live streaming and how the mistakes that they've made and some of the things that they've been able to overcome, and tips and tricks for anyone who's going to be new to live streaming. So I'm very excited about that later this month. If you want the full schedule, go to livestreamsummerschool.com. Okay, that's all I got for now. And I will be back later this week. Like I said, wasn't fully prepared, but I needed to make sure to tell you that Sumo Day is up now and it's only for a few days. So get on over there and take a look. But the first thing you're going to do, right, is to create a budget and then create a list. Oh, and I promised I'd share my tracker. So let me see if I can pull that up for you really quickly here. I'm going to go into our Stream Bosses Academy and I'm going to pull up my handy dandy little tracking sheet and I'm going to share it with you so that you can come up with your own idea for how to keep track of your LTDs, because it can get crazy real quick. If you're spending a lot of money on lifetime deals and you're not using them, then you don't get the benefit of them. So I want you to really keep the ones that you can use, and then the other ones, it may be time for you to get rid of them, like turn them back in. Okay, I think I found it. So let's go here. Yeah. Here's my little handy sheet. So I'm going to show you what I've done on mine. Okay. And this is just an empty view because I actually have a view that is, actually, let me show you this in Airtable so you can see it filled out. That may give you an even better view of how to use this. Okay. Okay. This is perfect. So I'll show you this. Let me maximize it. So this is my handy dandy. Let me get rid of that. My handy dandy sheet. This is my spreadsheet, and I have quite a few on this list, even though it's time to be updated now. What you're doing with this is basically listing your software. What's the purpose? What category? So I did a bunch of different categories, right, inside my Airtable. Whether it's booking calendars, video graphic designs, editing, email, whatever you are using as categories, you can put there a link to the actual product and the workflow. I think this is not my updated one. I have a newer version because otherwise this would be completely filled in and it's not. But this gives you a feel for what I'm doing. The workflow, basically what I'm doing there is just saying, how does this fit into my systems? And then I'm selecting a column over here that says whether it's annual, monthly, or lifetime deal or free. Like, what am I paying for right now in this moment? Am I paying for this thing and not using it? Was it free? Like, what's the deal? So when you're tracking your purchases in this way, it gives you a better feel for what you're using and what you're not, so that you're not overspending. The last column that you would have seen on there, but I'm getting ready to wrap, so I'm going to get rid of this. The last column that you would have seen on there was an inactive checkbox. That way I could check off those different boxes for any platforms that I've already paid for or that are free, but I'm not using them anymore, or they're obsolete now. because that's something else to watch for, right? One other thing to watch for is that you're welcome. You could end up purchasing something, and then if that LTD, if the lifetime deal vendor is not someone of character, or if they just don't have an excellent business model, they didn't think about, here's what we're going to do after we get the influx of cash from AppSumo Day, right? They're not thinking that through. There are signs and tips, and we can talk about that later this week. But there's sometimes situations where the lifetime deal, the lifetime was for a couple months and it's gone. So you need to kind of watch for that. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you. Well, I'm going to bed and I hope you will too. Let me get myself on out of here. Yeah. The lifetime of the company is very short indeed, right? So when they say lifetime, it could be like next week after the Sumo deals are over. But there are signs, there are ways for you to watch for that. And you need to be paying attention to the ratings and reviews, right? As you're making your business decisions about purchases. And again, make sure you start with a budget. Just like with video gear, we've talked about that. Have a budget in place. Okay. Everybody's saying good night, and they're reminding me that I am not a night owl. I'm an early bird, so I need to get myself ready for tomorrow as well. I hope that you do have a good evening. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me, and I will be on tomorrow night to do our walkthrough of Restream, and later this week to talk a little bit more about Sumo Day. Okay? Have a good night, y'all. I'll see